Good morning, everybody. So, welcome, and I hope you've had an amazing morning so far. I'm really, really excited to be here with you and share the next 30 minutes with you. Today, my focus is sharing with you how you can build a roadmap to sell more and waste less time, energy, and money. Does that sound exciting and good and useful? Yes? Brilliant. Because that's my purpose, to be useful and to not waste anybody's time and not allow you to waste yours. So before I begin, I'd love to know a little bit about you guys. What industries are you from? Please share. Manufacturing, amazing. Finance, awesome. Safety, brilliant. Fashion, amazing. Chocolate. Ooh, fabulous. What else? Marketing. Awesome. So what I'm going to share with you today applies to every one of you and applies to absolutely every industry. So can I ask, am I doing the clicking? Is someone else doing the clicking? The clicker. Amazing. So, do you realize that inside you and your business is a hero product? Yeah? So, what's a hero product? A hero product is what you do that is unique in the world, that you do differently. So in every industry, finance, manufacturing, chocolate, fashion, today there are literally hundreds of people competing for your category. I care about your victory. I care about your success. And all of that comes down to being able to make a connection to your dream clients and stakeholders. And what they care about is being able to understand your unique hero product instantly. Because today, the problem is, consumers, do we want more of anything? No, we are literally up to here with everything. And if not, more than ever, COVID showed us that. We had time in our homes, so much time where we look through everything we own, all our wardrobe in fashion, all the food we eat, all the services we use, and we just literally deleted the excess, and we realized how much stuff we have. Now, I first realized how much stuff we have in 2005. I was a buyer for one of the world's top stores, Harvey Nichols, and my job was to source the best brands. And not only that, I actually had to buy also what I was told. So I had to buy the main brands, the household names that we know, as well as being able to introduce sustainable, new, exciting brands. But within those main brands, what I saw happening was rapid change. I saw seasons speeding up, more and more stuff, showrooms full of products. And here's the thing, guys. Did you know that 20% of what you make generates 80% of your sales and your profit? 20% of what you make generates 80% of your sales and your profit. That's called the Proratio Principle, and it's a rule of law. It applies to everything. It doesn't matter what you make, what you sell, anything, what you do. It's that principle, the 80-20 principle. So here I was going around the showrooms of the world, full of these products, full of stuff, and I'm like, but, you know, it's those 20 things that you're going to make money from. It's those 20 things that my clients want. Why are you giving me more stuff? And each season it would be a new colorway. But what was wrong with last season's colorway? Right? And suddenly inside of me, I started to scream. I was in the corporate world. I had this perfect job, perfect life. But inside me, I was screaming, this is wrong. This is wrong. What are we going to do about it? It's fake. Not only is it wrong, it's fake because the marketing that went with the hero products was fake. I was like, why is this a hero product? Why is this orange shirt going to change my life? Why are you showing me this glossy lifestyle that I can never afford? It's contradictory in terms. And I knew that a new world was going to take forth. I knew that we would enter into a new conscious world, a new conscious buying world. And as a buyer, I wanted to be conscious. And I could make my impact. I could make impact selecting sustainable brands, but that was 1% of my 100%. And I wanted to see how we can do that at scale across every industry. So, what I set out to look at is how really the hero products, we can generate and create new hero products for a new generation that are not just innovative, that are also meaningful. Do you think that road was easy? Do you think there were days I was like, shall I just run back to go to Harvey Nichols? It was safe there. I knew what I was doing. The road was not easy. And do any of you connect with that? As sustainable entrepreneurs, business owners, team members, the journey isn't easy, is it? No. Why is that? Because sustainability is complex. Innovation is complex. Okay, so consumers want hero products, you want to deliver them, you want to deliver the meaning. But how are you going to do all that? Because it's complicated. Now, the good news is that there is a roadmap. But before I share with you just that roadmap, just recognize this. Today, you have just 1 second to stand out and make that connection. That's why we have to have a roadmap to take that complication and simplify it. And how I realized that was after I left Harvey Nichols. As Neil said, I left to create the world's first sustainable, ethical, handmade, naturally dyed, made by artisans, carbon offset, carbon neutral denim brand, right? Did it get bought? No. Why? Because it was too complicated. No one could understand what was unique about this hero product in a simple way. So I tried to outsource to marketing agencies to help me, branding agencies to help me, PR companies to help me, strategists to help me. I went to trade shows. Did they work? No. Why? Because all the answers in your hero product, in your innovation, in sustainability are within you and within that hero product. So you can't outsource the answer. You have to go on a journey within to get to that simplicity. So I developed the roadmap because it didn't exist. This enabled me to give with clarity what I stood for, which was the world's first 100% sustainable jean. Did that change my key results? Yes, that's what enabled me to get bought really, really quickly in less than 6 months by some of the world's greatest stores, and it enabled me to win Grazia Magazine's award for Fashion Entrepreneur and Sustainable Entrepreneur of the Year because I was able to give that simple message. So this is the road I went down to turn my struggle into victory and to see that, you know what, when we're all reimagining our world to be conscious, we need a new conscious roadmap to sell more and waste less. Waste less of your time, waste less of your customers' time, waste less of our planet's time. Because what is holding sustainable business owners back, I know because I've been there myself, struggled myself, what was holding me back and what holds my clients back is being able to make that step forward, that connection, that leap. Like, you know why what you're doing is a hero product. But my question is, do your consumers know it? In that 1 second. And that 1 second fact is from Charles Saatchi, who we all know, one of the top marketeers in the world. Today you have just 1 second to stand out. So introducing myself, I am Chief Mentor Sara Simmonds at the Conscious Innovator. I invite you to join me on LinkedIn to connect here. And I'm really pleased and humbled to say that since I took this roadmap to the world, the Conscious Innovator Mentorship Program, in the last year and a half, I'm going to share the case studies as we go because I want this to be a working forum where I'm teaching you how to do this as we go through the process. But this process, the Conscious Innovator Method, in the last year and a half has helped over 50 sustainable business owners sell more and waste less, get clarity, get focus on how to do that in less than 6 months. The results, I shouldn't say this, but I will. Every day it amazes me. Like, I'm going to say I can't believe them, but it amazes me to see the results of my clients. Their businesses are growing between 20 to 70%, not after they work with me, but during, because this is what clarity brings you. When you get clarity on how to connect your hero products and what I call your unique power position, which is your unique value proposition, to your dream clients. So now let's begin with what is your hero product? Who would like to share what's your hero product and how it makes a difference? Anyone? Yes.
I'm in the early stages of designing a prototyping safety and security product where people use a net zero sustainable supply chain from the outset.
Amazing. Brilliant. Now, as we go through, see how I want you to be able to say that in a way that your dream customer is going to understand it in 1 second. And as we go through this process, maybe at the end we can come back and see how we could do that. Yeah? Anyone else? Yeah? Yeah. Yeah, it's totally okay. This, by the way, this process works for services, for chocolates, for manufacturing, for everything.
So my firm provides corporate sustainability consulting. We're a boutique firm. We add capacity to existing sustainability teams at companies to allow them to actually get done the work they want to do. Because typically there are not enough people to do the work. It might be one or just a few people on a sustainability team at a huge company, and they just can't do all the work or they don't have the knowledge. So we add time, capacity, knowledge to that team.
Great. Again, I'm thinking about it from the consumer's point of view. What does that actually mean? Not to answer it now, but what does it mean, and how is what you're doing different to any other sustainable consultancy firm, right? And this is not easy, okay? So this is why I built this roadmap, because it makes it easy, and I'm going to share with you how to do it. And then again, we can come back at the end and see if we can go a bit deeper into it. Thank you for sharing. So when you get clarity on your hero product, these amazing services, the amazing industries you're doing, and you can say things to your dream audience in 1 second, it builds connection. Here are some examples I make of my clients and alumni. I make real food and things the French way. I enable artisans globally. I create joyful art for a meaningful life. I create cruelty-free silks. That's easy to remember. This is what we want. But this is the process I'm going to show you today how to get there. Now, imagine what could happen if you spent 80% of your time on your hero product. Also, think of all the time where you're picking up the phone to someone and going, what am I going to say? Am I going to be good today? Am I not going to be good today? I don't know, right? Because you haven't got this clarity. So imagine the time you can save by focusing on the Proratio Principle. Are there people out there, like in manufacturing, in fashion, in chocolates, making lots of things as opposed to focusing in on hero products? Think about that. Because 80% of your sales will come from 20% of those products. So what is holding you back from being able to connect your hero product to your dream clients? Do you think you could be doing a better job? Yeah? What's holding you back? Time, hero product clarity, unique value proposition clarity, or how to position who you are in 1 second? Would anyone like to share? How to position who you are in 1 second.
Find out when you get sold to sell, people go on and on about too much information and overload.
Yeah,
So I think what you just said, one thing about people, you understood straight away.
yeah,
Get more like that would help.
yeah. Anyone else? Yeah. 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 I hear you. And thank you for sharing. Thank you. Anyone else?
I'd say 1 second,
Yeah.
actually, because there's so, when you're really excited about what you're doing, your mission, there's all this stuff to check. It's really great.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry, I've got to start again on the mic. But yes, it's the 1 second because there's so, if you're passionate about what you're doing and the mission that you're on, you want to get it across because you realise just how good it could be if only the person I'm speaking to could understand. So here's all the information and out it all comes. So being able, sorry about that noise, by the way. So being able to just say it in a second and then drop the mic, I won't, would be really cool. Yeah.
You're going to do that. Yeah? It's totally, this is what today is all about. This is a lady, was in the food business, is in the food business. She's an alumni of my program. Wow, this lady was busy. I'm surprised none of you said time, by the way, because this is normally what I hear. I haven't got enough time. Sara, I don't have the time to work out who I am in 1 second. Do you know how busy I am? I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a sustainable business owner. We don't have the time. 24 hours is all this takes. This lady was super busy. She'd had a business about 8 years, doing about $2 million revenue. She had a delicatessen and organic food business. She is fierce. She hires and fires mentors, coaches, you name it, she's fired them. And she chose me because I got real with her and said, look, you're doing something amazing, Marie, but you want to take it to the next level. You want to take your organic food products global. You've got to take the time to work out who you are, what you stand for. She went, all right, listen. So this lady, real food and things the French way, is what we got to. And by the way, with your unique position, it's got to come from the heart because words, we don't hear words. We're all very busy. We hear feelings. We hear connection. So what we do in this process, we take your hero product and then we bring emotion to it. Real. She's real. The food is real. The service is real. And she's French. She does it her way. There we go. So other people could be saying real food, but hers is and the French way. Now, the thing is, as well, connected into, it's not just about your unique value proposition, it's about your hero products too. Because when you go through a process to analyze what they are, what you're doing differently, and connect them to your unique value proposition, you make loads more money. You waste less time. This is, again, Marie, like I say, I can't believe it, because every time I get excited, her sales and profit grew 30%. So she's made an extra $300,000 in less than like 6 months' time by having this clarity. I mean, who wouldn't want that? Yeah? Yeah. Okay. So I'm just going to run quickly through the stats because you guys all know this. This is the moment for sustainability. How long have you guys had your businesses? 1 year? 5 years? 1 year? 4 years? 5 years? 10 years? So everyone's less than 5 years old. 10 years. 10 years, you're one of the pioneers. But 10 years and older, 20 years, we've seen the struggle. I was ashamed to use the word I'm in sustainability 10 years ago. It was like, now is the moment. So the hard work is there, it's been done. The consumer is ready, especially since COVID. People really, really care. Now is the moment. But what is stopping sustainable business owners from reaching those customers is being able to give this clarity really, really simply. It's the block that we need to get rid of. Gen Z care, every age group care, they care about innovation and impact. Online shoppers care, but again, right? People don't want to buy from unethical companies, but this is the thing. If you go online, if you search Google, if you look on LinkedIn, if you look on Instagram, if you go on TikTok, there's hundreds of people competing for each category. Hundreds of people competing for each category. Because it's never been cheaper, quicker, or easier to launch a brand or a business. So everybody is losing out on you not being able to connect your unique value proposition to them, because the world needs your products. The world needs them. I know that. You know that. So now I'm going to share with you how to do this. And I'm going to share it with you. Neil was asking me, well, I'm going to ask you about case studies. I was like, don't worry, I'm going to mention case studies as we go through. So this is the Conscious Innovator method, and I'm going to share with you the first 8 steps, because these steps are really like how we unlock you. Because as I said, you can't outsource this stuff. It's coming from inside and aligning it through everything that you do. The first step is to get clarity on. People talk about purpose. I care about your purpose from a connection point of view and a sales point of view, right? So when I'm talking about purpose, I'm saying tangibly. As a founder, why are you doing what you do? And then, what is unique about you as a founder, your teams, and your hero product? So this is the beginning of unlocking your unique value proposition, this idea to get clarity on it by asking yourself these questions. And to find the words like, we are real, we are natural. So when you pick up the phone and you say, hi, I make real food and things the French way, it stands out, it's simple. We are authentic, we are true. Another client is honest, sustainable jewelry. We are honest. She's honest. The makers are honest. She's honest about what goes into the jewelry. It's her principle. It came from her purpose. So we go through exercises to get you that clarity, and that is the first step. And you guys can do everything I'm sharing at home. Anyone who wants to connect with me after, I'll tell you how to do that. But I want to share with you today, this is how you begin the process. I take you through radical exercises to do it. So when you start to unlock this unique value proposition, you might think you know it. So there's 2 ways. There's intuition and analysis. So the first step gives you your intuition. The next step, hero product analysis, is where you find out the facts of all those. It might be 10 things you sell. It might be 100. It might be 500. I had one client, she made natural wine. She had 300 SKUs. 300 SKUs. The jewelry lady, she also had about 200 SKUs. She's brought that down and reduced it by 30%, saving her hundreds of thousands of euros. She's in Switzerland. Because the analysis will tell you how that connects to your unique value proposition. So say in your boutique consultancy, what services are the ones that make you the money? Who are the dream clients who actually value you, who don't complain about what you charge them, right? That's a big one, because we waste a lot of time trying to sell our product to people who don't value it. But when you actually do the analysis, you start to build this alignment, which is what this process is all about. And that's what enables you to save time, sell more, etc. Because you've got this clarity and roadmap that's absolutely aligning everything that you do. So the analysis isn't just looking at the products, it's looking at the customers. It's looking at the pricing. And as well, people say to me, well, my clients complain about the price. I'm like, well, they're the wrong clients then, aren't they? So Marie sold lobster rolls. She put her price up for these lobster rolls and started selling $50 lobster rolls. And she was like, I couldn't believe it. I mean, there were a few people that complained, but another 50 said okay. And her profits rose 30% because it's about aligning. your unique value proposition, I'll keep saying the same thing, to the hero product. Then it goes on to your dream client, to your pricing, then to your mission. Because your customers want to connect to you, your mission, and your hero product. They want to follow you. They want to be part of your tribe. So I always ask clients to connect their hero product to the sales that they want to have, to the impact that they want to have for social and environmental, and put goals. 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, and tie that to launches, which I'll talk about later, hero product launches. This is bringing your customers, it's enabling those who love you to come on a journey with you. And they love you even more because you've told them how to connect with you in 1 second. So now they can follow you and they can say, wow, I love this company. They make honest jewelry. Wow, I love this company. They make natural, high quality Spanish wine. Then you have to look at mindset. Do you, as founders, business owners, team members, do you take care of yourselves in the morning? Do you meditate? Do you have cold showers? Do you write gratitude journals? Do you take time out to look after you? Because we can't change the world unless we look after ourselves first, because we get burnout. And doing a process to really look at your mindset, what's holding you back from when you pick up the phone to someone, are you in a good frame of mind? One day you might be, one day you won't be, right? So when you have practices of mindset practices that help you, that you look after yourself first, and then when you have a script of how you connect your unique value proposition, when you pick up the phone to someone, everything becomes simpler. You're backing yourself up to win. So then when you've gone through the process of analysis, hero product analysis, then you can look at this idea of hero product design. So when I say, first this is about selling more and wasting less. You don't need as much product. Anyone, whether it's a service, you don't need all the services. Whether it's chocolate, manufacturing, fashion, energy, technology, you don't need as much. When you've gone through that analysis process, you can start to pull away what you don't need, and then you can start to focus in. And here's the thing, you might face resistance. So the client who makes natural, high-quality Spanish wine, they are called Axial Vinos in Spain. And they're a 30-year-old legacy business, multi-million euros. And they came to me because they knew that they'd been doing sustainability for time and they wanted to be category leaders. So we went through the process and I said, I believe you are about natural, high-quality Spanish wine. The founder didn't want to use the word natural. She didn't know if she could use it. She just didn't know if she was comfortable, if it was okay. And we eventually said trial it through hero product design. She trialed a natural, high-quality Spanish wine, and it became her fastest-selling line she's ever had. This then enabled her to convince her sales team to go with those words, natural, high-quality Spanish wine. Because, by the way, this isn't your marketing. This is your everything, this unique value proposition. I say your meaning is not marketing. It's everything that you do. Can you see now, guys, how everything is connecting through your business? So if you take these 24 hours, you spend that time to get this clarity, you're saving yourself hundreds of hours of lost time, opportunity, sales, connection. So then, what's your real brand story? Now, websites, blurb, blah, LinkedIn, blah, wow, doesn't understand it, I don't understand it, I don't connect. In that 1 second, it's about making that connection. So I care about your real brand story from a sales point of view. How to sell more and waste less. So when you pick up the phone to somebody, you can say who you are in that 1 second and connect your real brand story to them. Then it's about your dream client plan. Not selling to people who don't value you, going back to the analysis and finding dream clients that do value you. Then it's about launching products throughout the year, not selling more, planning how you're going to sell them. And that is what creates reimagined legacy. So as I gave this case study of this lady, Axial Vinos, natural high-quality Spanish wine, the results that you have when you have this clarity is absolutely unbelievable. Now today, I'm going to give you an opportunity to connect with me on a reimagination call. This is a 30-minute call with me one-to-one, where I help you on the journey to unlock your unique value proposition. So to book that in, you click on this QR code and book in a slot with me and begin that journey to build reimagined impact. Thank you.
Right, well, we are a little tight for time, but we can take a couple of questions if you have any from the room.
Anyone wants any how-tos? Anyone who wants more examples?
I have just started in a Marcoms role in a new company, so obviously I'm just getting to the products and services and offer. And yeah, I'm trying to find that clarity and that message that brings everything together. When there are so many different elements, like where do you start? Or do you just start kind of from your intuitive feeling of what, I don't know, how did you sort of tap into yourself and think about?
You start by bringing the team together and asking questions.
Yeah.
What makes us unique?
Yeah.
What's our purpose? Why are we here? And start to use words that you connect with. Are we real? Are we natural? Are we authentic? Are we honest? And we start from there, and then the next part is to really look at the analysis of what you do. And then you ask your customers. So you go, you might think you're real, natural, or honest, but then ask your customers, do you think we're real, natural, or honest? This is what starts the 360, this ability to bring everything and align it all together. Is that helpful?
Very, thank you.
Pleasure.
Shall I bring it?
Just another one just on the aisle there.
Hi.
Hi.
Thank you for your talk. My thing I'm launching is it's based on the SDGs of the UN, but I've realized there's a lot of holes and anomalies in that framework. And I've spent the last few years looking at supply chains, LCAs, and I realized that a lot of people are following these SDGs, but when you dig deep, then there's a huge amount of greenwashing. But unfortunately, most people will follow that because there's nothing coming as the alternative or the disruptor and actually saying we can take it a step further and improve the framework and make it even stronger, more solid. So I've been working on my own visions, basically reformatting it. And I want to launch it as a subscription service. So let's say, you said about fashion or food, someone comes along and says, we want to know what the framework is all the way from cradle to cradle. So for me, the main challenge is when, especially in this space in sustainability, if people have been ingrained into this is the way sustainability is done, how to then get that mindset to actually change and say that nothing should ever be static. It should always be ever evolving. And that's what I'm finding, and that's what I'm experiencing the difficulty to actually get people to say that even the model I've got is not perfect. So it's going to be evolving all the time, but how to actually get those people to be flexible and saying this is what it is at the moment, but please, keep it in open mind because,
It's about confidence. So confidence comes from clarity. This is my own journey and the journey of my clients, and I say this in the humblest way. When we go through this process and we know who we are, what we stand for, what our unique value proposition is, who the right people are to hear us, who the wrong people are not to hear us, just go for the people who are the right people to hear you. And when you know with clarity what you're doing, you can then bring those people along the journey with you. Until you know that, you'll get 1 million rejections. It's like the sad truth. But when you go and you know with clarity, everything changes because people hear you, because you can know who you are, what you're doing, and why the world needs it. Is that helpful?
Yes. Yeah. Thank you.
Pleasure.
Okay, well, we'll wrap things up on that. Sara, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Your passion really shines through, and I hope everyone took that on board as well. We'll be back on the
Thank
stage
you.
at 12.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.